Welcome back to another episode of the Bears franchise rebuild. This is the offseason episode. Definitely the episode I'm most excited for. This is the best part, is of course making changes to your team. We will start the episode taking a look at mock draft 3. It also tells what pick we have. We have the 3rd overall pick. The Colts get the number 1 pick, and then it looks like they're going to take Chad Finch, a quarterback, scramble archetype out of Kent State. Looks to be pretty good. A, awareness, which is very important for a quarterback. B, medium accuracy. A to C, short accuracy. So pretty good accuracy. And then great to elite strength and throw power, solid good speed. So he does have the scramble archetype, so I was expecting him to have a little bit of moving ability. But Louis Acosta is projected to go number 2 to our division foes, the Vikings. And he's still our number 1 guy, as we see his ratings right there. The D finesse moves and C block shed hurts, but everything else, it looks really, really good. And that would leave us taking Cole Lindsey at 3, which I'm not opposed to. Josh Lynch is projected to also be on the board, so that's a guy to also look into taking. But we see Cole Lindsey has that great to elite speed, and we see his ratings. He's just solid all around. His really only deficiency or his only red flag or his injury at C to D. And then Josh Lynch is the other guy that we could take with that pick. But, of course, right now it is the offseason, so that means free agency first. We will look at the retirees. I don't think there's anyone on my team. A lot of guys that you'd expect to retire. Vets. Calais Campbell retiring is long overdue. I mean, he's still a fantastic player, but he's just so old. It's crazy that he's still playing at a top level. Or not a top level, but at a very, very good level. Same with Fletcher Cox. But anyway, we do have the combine results now as we get to free agency day 1. So that's going to help a ton with picking out the difference between these two players, Louis Acosta and Cole Lindsey. We'll look at their combine results. So Louis Acosta is going to finish with great speed, good everything. Had a 4.73 40-yard dash and got 29 reps on the bench press. Of course, the rankings don't matter because they're listed as different positions, so we can't use that as a marker. Oh my gosh! Every time I go down, it goes up. There we go. Okay. So Cole Lindsey here, elite speed. We love to see that. 4.48 second 40-yard dash. I believe is slower, and only 24 reps to Acosta's 29. But we can see he's an athletic freak. He has great jumping, but was the best vertical jumper. So that's, interesting. I guess this class couldn't jump. But looks like Cole Lindsey is gonna be our first overall pick, which is pick 3. I will take a look at Josh Lynch as well. First in the 40-yard dash, top 8 in everything. Top 6 in everything but jumping, which I'm not really worried about. 5th on the bench press, which is important to me. 3rd on the 20-yard shuttle. 5th on the broad jump. He's a guy, too. The question is, I think I'm going to go with Lindsey because, you take a linebacker, a power rusher, an edge rusher over a defensive tackle every time, right? I don't know. I mean, of course, we can move him to the outside, Lynch to a right end if we're running a 4-3. We can move him to one of the end positions, but I don't know. Just you would take a stand up edge rusher over an interior lineman, right? But anyway, now to the fun stuff, free agency. So we have a shit ton of money. I'm gonna try to keep this as realistic as I can, but Madden makes that really hard with players not getting offers. So we know what positions we need to address. We know what I'm addressing in the draft. I have 2 first-round picks. I plan on taking a pass rusher with the 3rd overall pick, and then I need to see what pick the Bengals have, or what pick we have via the Bengals. So I'll take a look at that real quick. And we'll look in the mock draft to see. So this has us taking... We had the 17th pick from the Bengals, so that ended up being a steal. Max Samuels, a middle linebacker at run stopper. Guys predicted to go after him. Jimmy Pruitt, who I didn't have a high interest in. But Roman Roby, who I really liked. and Randy Langford, and then Mike Stallings. So maybe we take Mike Stallings. Did he have the bad route running though? Was that him? Yeah, he did. So we won't take Mike Stallings. But we will look at that linebacker that they have us taking at 17, Max Samuels. But then I also liked Roman Robbie a ton. And Randy Langford, I don't know if he's on my list. Good pass blocker. Maybe look at him. But our rookie left tackle, and he ended up progressing pretty well. I think he's up to a 74 overall or 75 because of or after morale. So maybe we look to keep him another year. I don't know. Maybe he did enough to stay at the starting left tackle spot. But we'll adjust that later. For now, it's free agency. I'm interested in Odell, definitely. We see C.J. Gardner-Johnson is here, which is great because we traded away Eddie Jackson. He's 25 years old. A couple other guys, Juju Smith-Schuster. Definitely am going to sign a receiver. That's no doubt. It doesn't look like there's any good offensive linemen here, like elite offensive linemen. Netane Moody, never heard of him. Never heard that name. Garrett Bradbury, 78 overall, 28 years old at center. He would replace Lucas Patrick. Nate Davis, not the worst in the world. Jack Conklin, 29 years old. There's also Jawan Taylor here at 25, 27 overall. He's going to be the first guy we offer a contract to. This does not mean we're not going to draft a tackle. This just means I'm probably going to take a tackle in one of the later rounds and not with the Bengals pick if we sign Taylor. So we're going to offer him a contract and then look at any pass rushers. It looks like Rashawn Gary and Nick Bosa got extensions. O'Shea Zimenez is here, former Giant. He does not have an offer. Oh, no, he has 2 interested teams, but no offer. He is only 26 years old. We could use all the help at pass rusher we could get. And I think I'm going to switch to a 3-4. I'll think about offering him a contract. Justin Houston here, too old. Doesn't fit what we're looking for. Linebackers here, Anthony Walker. But I am going to keep the option open for taking that Max Samuels with the 17th overall pick. Corner, I mean, you can always use depth at corner. But our secondary played really well. So I'm not hard set on taking a player at this position. Now, Nasir Adderley at safety, replacing Eddie Jackson. We're going to give him a 2-year offer. And then the rest we'll kind of look at the offensive side. I do want to get one of these 3 receivers. Obviously, I'd love Odell. He has 5 teams interested. I don't want to give him a ton of money. He's not getting a 4-year contract. I will give him a 2-year deal, $11.5 million. I actually will throw some money at him. We have a ton of cap space. Get Fields a weapon. And those are going to be our first 3 offers. We're going to go ahead and evaluate the offers. And let's see if we got anyone. We didn't get Odell yet, but we did sign Jawan Taylor. So we got another protector for Justin Fields. And that is going to be our only signing on day 1 of free agency. And we will move on to the next week and take a look at the new offensive line with Jawan Taylor inserted there. And, of course, Cody Whitehair gone after the trade. So we have the second-year player now. He'll be going into a second year. Ben Jones. That's not Ben Jones. Braxton Jones at left tackle. 74 overall, playing 1 down because of morale. And then now we have Jawan Taylor here at the right tackle. Tevin Jenkins at guard. Lucas Patrick and then Carter are the center and left guard. Hopefully we'll have Odell over here. Get us a true number 1 receiver. On the defensive side, we did not sign anyone else. But we are looking to get Adderley here to replace Hicks. We still have Brisker, Jalen Johnson, Gordon. And then this will be the guy we're going to draft, the pass rusher we're likely going to draft. I don't know why he's playing left outside linebacker. I don't know. But On to day 2. We do have the pro day results. And this day 2 of free agency, I am going to offer a lot of guys contracts. And a lot of it, some of them are going to be depth players, guys that aren't going to be signed to start, but guys that are going to be signed just for depth. I'm debating. These are the 3 guys I'm focusing on a lot because we have the 3rd overall pick, and there's a chance that all 3 of these guys are going to be available, and they're all guys that we could use. So the college pro day, Lynch puts up just about the same numbers, goes a little bit less on the bench press, and way less on the broad jump, and then goes up on the 3-cone drill. Cole Lindsey, almost the exact. Oh, wow. Killed it on the broad jump. Went faster on the 3-cone drill, slower on the 20-yard. Same on the 40-yard dash, essentially. And 1 more rep on the bench, which puts him from 10th to 4th. So that 1 rep is enough to move him up 6 spots, which means it's really close in terms of strength at that position. And then Louis Acosta here. Nothing insane. No insane changes. Ran the same on the 20-yard shuttle. Ran almost the same on the 40-yard dash. Ran faster, but went down in a ranking. Did 3 more reps. So I still am thinking that Cole Lindsey is going to be our pick. So nothing. The college pro days didn't really change much. I'm still sticking with Cole Lindsey. But we will move on to day 2 of free agency. Odell signed with the Patriots. CJ goes to the Ravens. Peters goes to the Steelers. Smith-Schuster to the Giants. Vander Esch to the Bengals. So a lot of the guys that we wanted are gone. At receiver, the best available now is Kendrick Bourne, which hurts a ton because I really wanted to get Fields a legit weapon. But Kendrick Bourne is actually pretty good in Madden. I have signed him before. So we are going to offer him a contract, a 2-year deal. Not a super strong offer, but hopefully it's enough to get the job done. It looks like he's going to end up going to the Falcons. But at center, Paradas is here. Quentin Spain is here. All of the guards are gone. We did get Taylor. Calvin Beachum is here. Not too intrigued by him. But looking on the defensive line, and at linebackers are going to be the next 2 guys. 35-year-old Brandon Graham is here. Jayon Brown, going to offer a contract. Actually, no. Maybe I do, and I move him to... We're gonna offer Justin Hollins a contract. I'm gonna switch to a 4-3, likely. So Hollins will play more of a coverage guy, and then I am actually gonna offer Jayon Brown a contract, switching to a 4-3. We do need 2 linebackers. I'm planning on taking Samuels with the 17th pick. He's a middle linebacker, so I am thinking of that. But yeah, hopefully we are able to get Kendrick Bourne. I actually really want Kendrick Bourne now that I think about it. So I'm gonna up the offer a little bit, give him close to $6 million. We have a ton of cap space, so we can afford to outbid anyone essentially. And then I'm gonna bring in. I'll bring in Jarvis Landry as well on a 1-year deal. Throw a lot of money at him for 1 year. We did not re-sign Pettis or Pringle, so we do need depth, a ton of depth at receiver. But we're probably going to get Bourne and Landry. Definitely Landry has no other offers. We're going to go ahead and eval the offers. We don't get Bourne, he goes to the Falcons. And we do get Jarvis Landry. Let's offer KJ Osborne a contract. Give him a 1-year deal. I don't want to give any of these guys big contracts because I don't know how they're going to, how good they're going to be. I would love to get an offensive lineman, but it looks like we might end up having to draft. I plan on drafting one in the later rounds, so we might take one earlier than we originally planned on. On the interior line, I think we're good, actually. We're going to switch to a 4-3. So, yeah, a 4-3. Excuse me, a 3-4. So we already have Eric Armstead. Justin Jones had a really good year. And then we kind of just have another guy out there on the defensive line. Maybe it's Samson Ebukam, however you say his name. I would like for it to be a run stopper, a power rusher. 33-year-old Robert Quinn, former Bear. Actually, we did just trade him this year. So I'm not going to offer him a contract. Akeem Hicks, he's still in the league. Look over here. Okay, Ashawn Robinson, 28 years old. What is his archetype? I'm not too familiar with them. Oh, Trevis Gibson. We don't need another guy. I forgot we had Trevis Gibson, but he's listed as a linebacker. Or he's playing linebacker right now, so that's weird. And then here's Nicholas Morrow. We'll go ahead and offer him a 2-year contract. He has no offers from anyone else. He was our leading tackler. Might as well try to bring him back. As we eval the offers, Morrow re-signs. Jayon Brown signs. Holland signs. And we get Jarvis Landry as well. So that is going to be enough for this free agency. We'll take a look at the team after day 2. Take a look at how the roster looks right now as we get closer and closer to the NFL draft. How am I looking at the staff? Right after the draft is when I'm going to make the staff changes. Like I said, I want to see what our team looks like before I change the scheme and fire people. So this is our offensive line likely going into the season. One of these guys will probably be replaced, but the right side of our line is solid for right now. At receivers, we basically just added Jarvis Landry and KJ Osborne, and they replaced They replaced Dante Pettis and Byron Pringle. Stuff Herbert and Montgomery in the backfield. And then on the defensive side of the ball, we now have Jayon Brown in the middle at linebacker. He'll be probably accompanied by Samuels in a 3-4. We have Hollins, and Morrow is returning. And then on the defensive line, we'll have Justin Jones, Eric Armstead, and Trevis Gibson. Secondary staying the same. I did not end up getting the safety we offered. I'm blanking on his name. So that is another. I haven't scouted any safeties either, so I kind of do need to go sign a free safety right here. Yeah, disappointed that I didn't get Adderley. He ends up going to the Eagles. DeMonte Kazee, we could bring in. He's interested in us. Tayshaun Gibson, Clinton Dix, who actually went to a Pro Bowl and then just fell off. LaMarcus Joyner. I think I'm gonna. Let me explore. Let me look at who my options are. I know it's really late to be drafting an entire new position a couple of days away from the draft, but not getting a safety really kind of threw me off guard. I'll end up probably doing is using that 4th round pick we got for Riley Reef and take a safety that I have no knowledge on and just hope that it's a good pick. But we are going to go ahead and sim to the draft. We don't really need to look at the recap because we saw where some of the top guys went. But it is draft time here. I believe this year's draft is in Vegas, but I could be wrong. But it is time to start the draft. I know who I'm taking with my first overall pick, if he's still available, which I think he will. The Colts will likely take the quarterback. Yep, they take Chad Finch. Typically, the mock draft is 100% accurate, unless there's a trade. Louis Acosta goes 2, which means it is time for us to take our pass rusher of the future in Cole Lindsey. I'm going to take him over the interior lineman, Josh Lynch. And he has hidden dev, which is exactly what we want to see. 89 acceleration and 88 speed. That means he has some ability to play as a stand-up linebacker. We can't really see his full skills until the end of the draft. But 78 strength, I will take that. Hidden dev, that's what we like to see. Texans are on the clock here. They do take Josh Lynch. I was In my mind, I was like, do I maybe move up if he doesn't go where he was projected to go? But, you know, the mock draft is pretty accurate here. And Tavon Conway is the first offensive lineman off the board, going to the Texans. Right tackle out of Michigan State. And let's go ahead and sim to our pick, which is 17, courtesy of the Bengals. Kevin Ringer goes the pick before. I accidentally simmed the pick. I simmed it by accident, but we did take Keon Hightower, a left tackle out of Boise State. Not the worst thing in the world. I'm just pissed because I didn't get to take the guy I wanted. Didn't necessarily want him, but it is what it is. Make your selection. There we go. Second round here, pick 3. Quarterback still on the board. And who is available out of guys that are on our favorite list? Tayshawn Clinton is here. All the receivers are here. Tayshawn Clinton is the highest projected player out of this. Has elite acceleration and agility, but can't run routes. I mean, it's a risk. It's a high risk, high reward type thing. I'm gonna take Tayshawn Clinton. Okay, normal dev, 97 acceleration though, 95 speed. So might not be the best route runner, but he can run. If anything, he'll be our punt and kick returner. As we take a look at our draft board real quick, just to see if there's anyone we want to trade up for. Paul Farrell, maybe. We ended up taking an offensive lineman with that simulated pick, so there might not take a guard here. He's strictly a pass rusher, F-man, F-zone coverage. A to C finesse moves. So he has that potential upside. So Paul Farrell is a guy that we could look to trade out for. I wish I had that pick because I was planning on taking that freaking linebacker. And I'm really pissed because I didn't get to. All right, so our third round pick here, our fourth pick overall, I cannot speak. Is he still here? He is. Paul Farrell is still here. We are going to go ahead and take him right now. Normal dev, 87 excel, 82 speed, 81 strength. He has that A upside for finesse moves. Hopefully he has it. We'll find out at the end of the draft. We go ahead and move to our first fourth round pick, our first of 2. And Cameron Taylor is still here. Maybe we take him. Let's actually, let's take a look at the safeties that we have no information on. D-man coverage, C-zone coverage. We'll take Sean Reese. I don't have, like I said, any information. We are his top fit, so 88 speed. Might actually end up being a solid guy. Our current starting safety is a 63 overall, so I don't think he can be much worse than that. But here we go with our 5th round pick. I accidentally simmed past our 2nd, 4th round pick, so I don't know who he took, which is just great that I have fingers like that don't know how to work a controller. Cameron Taylor is still here, which just means it's great we didn't take him early. But I think I'm going to take Seth Leonard here. He's a day 3 projection at linebacker. We didn't get the number 1 linebacker we wanted because... wow! Hidden dev here in the 4th or the 5th round. A hidden dev linebacker. 91 speed, 89 acceleration. This could be the steal of the draft. Sean Leonard. Maybe taking a tackle in that first round. Seth Leonard wasn't that bad. We just got a hidden dev linebacker in the 5th round. This is good. We don't have a 6th round pick. So on to our first and only 7th round pick after we made the trade to get the first from the Bengals. So our last pick in this year's draft. I believe that receiver is gone. He should be. Yeah, there's no way he made it this far. Andrew Harrison out of Wyoming, another receiver. Take a look at him. Solid speed. We will first, let's see if anyone that was on our board is still left. A right tackle and a defense. We'll take Zach Hargrave here. Day 3 projection. It's the last draft. It's the last round. Good strength. Okay. Oops, didn't mean to hit that. Let's go ahead and take him. Normal dev. 88 strength though. 88 strength. Can't be mad at that. And that'll conclude the first NFL draft of the series. So let us go take a look at our new look roster after the draft and free agency of year 1. Okay, so the guy that we were forced to take ends up being hidden dev, and he's actually 3 overalls higher at guard. So we actually might move him or Ben Jones. Or Braxton Jones. I don't know why I keep saying Ben Jones. He also can play a little tight end. Oh, we see Jarvis Landry and KJ Osborne there at the receiver spots. 2 new additions for Justin Fields. And then on the defensive side, we took Lindsey here with our first pick. He was the overall 3rd pick of the draft. And we see this hidden dev linebacker. We took in the 5th round, 62 overall. We'll definitely start over Jack Sanborn in our new scheme. And then Sean Reese here, safety we had no information on, ends up being a 65 overall with normal dev. 1 overall higher than Hicks. Actually, 1 less because Hicks is 2 down for morale. Didn't take any corners. We took Zach Hargrave with our last pick in the draft, 62 overall, normal dev. But I am going to go ahead and switch the scheme to a 3-4. We're going to have an 88 fit here. And then I'm going to change the offensive scheme to a... We'll switch to a multiple zone run. Just for now. It's probably going to change when I get new coordinators. But this is going to be the starting defense. We're going to move him up. So we have Justin Hollins. The linebacking core is completely new. Hollins was a free agency signing, rookie. Free agency signing, rookie. Secondary, exactly the same. Hicks and Reese will be fighting for the starting job. And then on the defensive line, we have Eric Armstead. Both of these guys are going to start. I'm thinking I'm going to move Armstead to right end and start Justin Jones. It's because Justin Jones is a bigger guy, so him playing in the middle is better. He needs to move to left end. It should be DT1, DT2, and DT3, or just IDL, IDL, IDL. Like, I don't know why. No, he needs to move to right end. I don't know why they make it complicated with left end, right end. Like, those positions don't really exist anymore. But, it's Madden. So, anyway, there we go. So, Eric Armstead is handled. So, the defensive line definitely a lot better than last year. 2-star devs on there. I'm really excited for Lindsey. I really am. And then offense, we're going to go ahead and just move Hightower to guard. Like I said, if I'm going to move offensive lineman positions, it's going to be before the season starts. Because in real life, if they're going to switch, they're going to play that position all throughout practice and training camp and whatever. So we'll go ahead and move him to left guard. Nice upgrade. This offensive line, not terrible anymore. Weapons still don't have a number 1 receiver. But I'm thinking we're actually going to be a lot better this year. I'm expecting to see vast improvement from, mostly this run defense. But let's take a look at the draft recap and see the 2 guys that we were also debating between and see how they end up being. So Finch ends up being a 76 overall. Acosta is only a 72 overall. Good thing we did not take him. And then Lynch ends up being a 78 overall and looks to be the highest overall in the class. The Lions might have missed with that pick. 65 overall in the first round. Where is the linebacker that we wanted? Here's the other guy we took, Hightower. Where is Here he is, Max Samuels. Oh, that hurts a ton. It really does. A 79 overall. That's who we wanted. That's who I would have taken. I'm debating if just forcing a trade, but you can't force trades in Madden. 73 awareness, 85 speed. Is that an 8? 88 acceleration. What's his coverage? 89 tackle, 75 play rec. What's this? Impact blocking. 90 hit power, 78 block shed. No passive finesse moves. 88 pursuit, 63 man, 60 zone. Okay. The guy we got ends up being probably the highest overall in the first round. I mean in the 5th round. So we go all the way back. And let's sort by overall. No, he's not. So there's 274 overall players. But hey, oh, he's lower. Yeah, his overall, I forget, his overall is not that high. He's just was he a 5th round pick? Yeah, here he is. No, that's not him. Anyway, now I look dumb because I don't remember who I took. Okay, yeah, he's way low. He's a 60 overall, but the big thing is he is hidden dev. But that'll be it for this episode. In the next episode, we will go ahead and play a preseason game and use our rookies for the first time and see how that goes. So thanks for hanging. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next episode where we will face the Ravens.